Hello everyone, it's Yolanda. I am back with April's 2019 Crafty Gold collab with Amalia, the update. So let's see, we're already in May. I cannot believe it. The time is just flying by. And yeah, gosh, it's just flying. I can't believe it. Did I say that already? I think I did. All right, so I don't have a whole lot to update, but I have a kind of a new perspective on this Crafty Goals little project that we're doing here. So I have never been one to write down goals. I have been one to write down like notes and to-do lists and that type of stuff. And instead of keeping it like in a centralized location, I'll just scribble on paper here and there and then like stash it in my purse or in my wallet. Well, I was watching in March, I was watching some of the other girls' videos, and holy smokes, I am just going about this the wrong way. Like, they're just so organized. Amalia, for example, and I don't know your name, I'm sorry, but it's Bourbon Street Crafts. They have little notebooks and they have like, you know, what their goal is and their little tick marks. I was so impressed. I was like, okay, Yolanda, you got to give that a try. So I bought, I actually bought 3 of these little notebooks from Michael's. One of them I'm already using for something else. And then between these 2, I was going to choose which one to use for my goals. Well, as you can see, they have not even been opened. And as you can see, my craft goals are scribbled on here. So at the beginning of April, I wrote this down. I went somewhere and had coffee by myself and I wrote down craft goals, personal self-care goals, things I had to do, and house goals, things that like I had to, that I was trying to work on. So I don't want to put everything out there. I'm going to just show you my craft goals, but I finished the to-dos. I only have 2 things on there left. But mind you, this was in the beginning of April. Personal self-care goals. Gosh, I attempted a few. I got to work on this. House goals, I only have 2 chore things that I really wanted to do. 3 things left that I really want to do that I'm not finished. Okay, but as for craft goals, I wrote down, I'm going to talk about this and then I'll talk about what I did for the month of April, what I actually worked on. Okay, so I wrote down some things that I had been wanting to do, but I forget. So eventually, hopefully by the next update, I will have them transferred over to a little notebook. But I don't know if anyone's like me, but I sign up for online classes and I forget that I signed up for them or which ones. I maybe might watch 1 or 2 videos and then I never complete it. So yeah, so my first one is complete online classes I've signed up for, set a schedule of what to work on. 2, well, the next one, download and organize all embroidery, SVG, and sewing patterns. I buy a lot of sewing patterns, the PDFs from a lot of indie sewing pattern designers, and I do buy a lot of embroidery files. So I usually organize them right away, but I have quite a few embroidery files that are not organized yet. And also, along with downloading them and or sorting them, I would really like to make them. Schedule YouTube videos, create more content. Truthfully, this is really tough for me, and we'll get back to this in a second because it's kind of hits on the theme of the month. Work on a crochet Afghan. I have this really cool blanket that I started working on, gosh, probably like 2 years ago, and it's really nice, and I'm not done, and it's an eyesore in my living room. I have a lot of stuff to de-stash, and I want to actually try to sell it in a Facebook scrapbook group that I'm in that sells used stuff. I've tried in the past to do destashes, and I've really never been successful unless I'm like selling them for dirt cheap. Then I tend to make the sales quickly. But I have a lot of stuff like Stampin' Up! Stamp sets, punches, embellishments, bling. Like I have a ton of stuff, good stuff, like brand new. So that's then one of the things. Another craft goal is to mail cards to friends monthly. Elsa, if you watch my video, and Lisa, if you watch my video, I have you on my list top there to send a card to, because you two, Lisa always remembers my birthday, and Elsa just sends me cards, and some she has sent me things in the past, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm sorry that I haven't sent a card in the mail or something, just a little surprise, but thank you. It means the world to me. And then I have a couple on here. Their names are Dawn and Linda. They're some of my regulars at work, and they're super nice. I had actually wanted to send them a card. I actually should cross this off because I did send them a card because I was thinking about them. I hadn't seen them in a while. And then they actually came in to eat at the restaurant I work at. So I got to see them. I have a cover stitch machine, which is a different type of sewing machine. It's basically for finishing the hems and necklines of clothing. It gives your clothes a more professional look. And I bought this machine, and I've signed up for the class and canceled it like 3 times because something came up, and I called to reschedule the class to learn exactly how to use it. So they told me to call back late April or early May they'd have the new schedule for May. And then I need my sewing machine service. So these goals are craft related. I have a really busy schedule. I know a lot of you do. You have kids, you have a job, husband, family, dinner, housework, all of that. But I spend a lot of time in my car because of my kids' schedule. I'm constantly, I like to joke, I'm the Uber that doesn't get paid. So during the week, it's a little tough for me to craft or to, have a set schedule right now. My daughter's school schedule is really hectic Monday through Thursday, but she only has, I think, 12 or 13 days left of this schedule, and then I will be free in the evenings with the exception of like one night. So I was putting so much pressure on myself to like go through these things that I wanted to do that I was just getting like really frustrated. So I just eased back and I said, I pretty much cleaned up my craft room the way I wanted. My sewing stuff, I still cleaned. I'm almost done. I pretty much organized everything the way I want it. It's just that I mentioned before, I sew upstairs and I paper craft downstairs where I'm filming right now. But I did move my sewing machine and my serger downstairs so that I could sew when the kids are sleeping, because I sew in the boys' room, and so obviously my sewing machine would keep them up. So because I had wanted to sew, I brought it downstairs. So yeah, I kind of have things in different spots that I like to kind of have one craft in one area and, keep them separate. But I'm like, to heck with that. I really want to work on what I was working on. So I brought my machine downstairs. So anyhow, this is my plan for May, is to transfer all my goals over to one of these little books and try my best to map out a schedule. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to, beat myself down for it, but I'm just going to really, really try. And the other thing that I have got to do, and I'm so sorry, is that I have to reply to my comments. I haven't, and I apologize. Some people ask questions, and I just have to sit down and go through all the videos, which if you get a lot of comments, okay, I don't get a lot of comments, but if you get enough comments, sometimes it's easy to skip like a day or two, a week, a month, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy cow, these comments have kind of piled up and I haven't responded. So please forgive me and bear with me. I will reply to you. So that's my goals for May, is to get a little more defined in my goals when it comes to crafting, and try to take the other girls' examples of what they're doing and to write it down. One thing I can say I'm proud of myself is that I haven't, okay, wait, I take it back. I was going to say I haven't spent a lot of money on crafts. I haven't been going to Michael's. I haven't I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, but I needed something specific and I think I spent like $8. I haven't been spending a whole lot of money on paper crafting, haven't ordered anything. I've been sewing a lot. So whatever I had to get was sewing related, like interfacing and some needles and stuff. But I don't know, since I haven't been paper crafting, I haven't bought like anything paper craft related at all. Well, today I bought some vinyl because I had to make a shirt for somebody at work, but that's not like something that I just felt like buying for the heck of it. So anyhow, I'm rambling. Okay. This month's theme is weakness. So it was like, talk about what you felt your weakness was. We all, I can't say we all. For myself, I struggle with following through. And I don't know if it's that I'm not very organized. I make excuses. I couldn't tell you, but that's one of my huge weaknesses. It's really something that I struggle with. And when I said about scheduling YouTube videos and creating more content, if you're following along with my other series, the 210 questions to ask yourself, okay, I'm a week behind on a video, like as of today. And I don't know what I do. That's one of my weaknesses. Like I lose track. I get busy and I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's my weakness, is just not maybe following through, or maybe staying on task, or, just not putting that time aside just to get something done. Like, okay, I have this that needs to get done, just do it. And so I tend to piddle around and, mañana. So that's my weakness. But I'm really trying to work on it. So anyhow, I thought I would just show you a couple things that I had sewn this month. So in my last video, I showed you a few of the super simple, just zipper bags that I had made. This is one of them. I didn't show you this one, but I bought a couple of patterns off Etsy, and I made some like nicer ones that have like a gusset on the bottom. And these are like really nice, more for like a little makeup bag. And I bought these really nice zippers off of Etsy. This one is really cool. It has triangle shape, if you can see it. This would be great for a pencil pouch. So this is busting through my stash. The only thing I had to buy was some zippers. I have quite a few more. I'm not going to show you all of them, but this one I used some cork fabric that I've been wanting to try. I did that. And then these were a super simple stash busting little project, like a little coin key ring. So I used up zippers that I already had, and these scraps of cork fabric and these rings. So anyhow, that's what I was working on, but I'm just trying to work through my fabric. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Check out the other YouTubers. All their links will be down below. And give me some tips on being a little more consistent with follow through, and maybe what tips you have for following through with your goals. So like I said, next time these goals will be in here a little more organized. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.